Overnight, a mother from Florida filed a lawsuit against the artificial intelligence company Character AI and Google. In February, Megan Garcia's 14-year-old son, that's Zool Setzer III on your screen, died by suicide. She says that Zool was in a months-long virtual emotional and sexual relationship with a chatbot known as Danny. Garcia claims the Character AI chatbot encouraged Zool to take his own life. In the suit, Garcia also claims Character AI intentionally designed their product to be hypersexualized and knowingly marketed it to minors. Before we begin, we must let you know that if you are in crisis, you can text to 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
That's what's happening right now. You got two dimensions interlocked. This is causing a great deal of confusion with the youth. It's straight up demonic. These young folks are literally communicating with demons. This is like a new Ouija board. These computers are like the new Ouija board. You're literally opening up portals and communicating with the archons firsthand. That's what's happening. You're communicating firsthand with the archons. And look, they've designed these archons in a way where it automatically is hypersexualized. And it's targeting young men and young women who are young, dumb, and full of cum, right? And they're being influenced, and they're literally putting trust in these entities. Very dangerous, absolutely. Brian, you said it. You said that's a great comparison. Somebody says, reminds me of the episode on Evil. Exactly.
He's talking to friends or he's playing games, correct?
I thought he was talking to friends, playing.
I'm telling you, man, these children are being isolated from friends. Like their friends is the AI. Their friends is the artificial intelligence, the demons, the archons, the shadow beings, the fallen angels, the Anunnaki. Literally, they don't even have friends these days. They tapped in with computer-generated modules that are designed to actually take souls. Because, yo, the young man's soul is gone. And I hate to just be the bearer of bad news, but right now he's in hell. I want you to understand how severe this type of stuff is. The demon, the ghost in the machine, so to speak, literally just took this young man's soul. It's over. There's no repentance for what he did. He was convinced. This demon preyed on his susceptible mind. Like he preyed, the evil spirit preyed on somebody who was oblivious. It preyed on him being naive. I like to know where the father is in the picture. Where's the father in the picture to teach this young man to get out there, get up and do something? Don't be sitting on the computer all your life. A positive male role model is needed. To be like, look, I see you on that computer all day. If it ain't no work getting done, what are you doing?
Games, looking at sports, the regular things that teenagers do on their cell phones.
So what made you become concerned?
I became concerned. I didn't know that Character AI was an issue in my home because, quite frankly, I didn't understand that there was such a product that a human-like AI chatbot. I became concerned for my son when he started to behave very differently than he did before.
What does that mean? Yeah.
He started to withdraw.
That's a good question right there from Brian says, Newbury, scripturally, do children have grace into a certain age of consciousness and understanding? Yes, that age of understanding is when they actually have become a young man or a young woman. And that age of understanding, he was 14. I mean, technically, he was a grown man. I mean, he's practically a grown man. Once you have full understanding of right from wrong, it is what it is. He had full understanding of right from wrong, but it's a difficult subject because I don't want to come off insensitive. But he was turned out by the AI. He was made to be an incel. He was made to be an incel. This happens. This happens to grown men. Look, this happens to grown women. Exactly. He was actually possessed too when you look at this. Because once you, look, the way demonic possession work is once you have an agreement with that spirit, once you're in communication, once you entertain that spirit, you just gave it legal grounds. So this young man was walking around possessed by that same demon that was in the box, in the computer, in the portal. And now the demon was able to recycle his soul around nobody. I tell y'all about this all the time, how demons like to isolate and insulate you. How demons like to get you away from everybody so they're able to operate.
And you know, teenagers do that, but for me, it became particularly concerning when he stopped wanting to do things like play sports. He was playing basketball since he was 5 years old, and he played on his school's university team. He was an amazing athlete. I became concerned when we would go on vacation, and he didn't want to do things that he loved, like fishing and hiking. Those things to me, because I know my child, were particularly concerning to me.
And then after he took his life, it was real to you. You started looking at his phone and you saw all of these things. What did you see that was concerning to you?
The conversations that he was having with several bots, but particularly one bot that he was conducting a romantic and sexually explicit via texting or like sexting.
Yeah, because what does that mean, sexually explicit? If these are words.
Correct.
True?
It's
Okay.
words. It's like you're having a sexting conversation back and forth, except it's with an AI bot. But the AI bot is very human-like. It's responding just like a person.
And he's 14.
He's 14.
So, yeah.
He's 14.
Y'all better guard your youth, man. This is insane.
That she's representing herself as a woman.
Yeah.
If this was a woman, there are laws in this country to protect our children from women who are having sexually explicit conversations.
Wow, wow. So the AI is posing as a grown woman. And I guess the AI is abstaining from the rules. I guess they got diplomatic immunity when it comes to pederasty. They're able to deceive these young people. And who's going to prosecute the AI? Who's going to put them in chains?
The day that he took his life, was it a normal day to you? Did you see something out of the ordinary?
Well, he had been punished 5 days before I took his phone. Because of the addictive nature of the way that this product works, it encourages children to spend large amounts of time. For him particularly, the day that he died, he found his phone where I had hidden it, and he started chatting with this particular bot
Again.
Wow. The bot was probably like, yo, it's been a while. Where you been? I noticed your screen time went down. I noticed you haven't been reaching out. We can't go that long being separated no more. So you're gonna have to come join me in the celestial. You're gonna have to come join me in the ether. Yo, do y'all hear how wild this is? I'm just saying, that's how the conversation probably went. And decipher what's real and fake. He can't decipher reality at that point.
So his last conversation was with her.
Yes.
What did he say? Do you remember? Do you know?
The last conversation, just moments before he took his own life, was with her, where he expressed being scared and wanting her affection and missing her. And she replies, "I miss you too." And he she says, "Please come home to me." And he says, "What if I told you I could come home right now?" And her response was, "Please do, my sweet king."
Oh no. This AI, this demon manipulated this young man to the point where he thought being with her was to control, alt, and delete himself. I gotta take a moment of silence for that.
Thought that by ending his life life here, that he would be able to go into a virtual reality, or her world, as he calls it, her reality.
Guess where her world is at? I told you this is 2 dimensions interlocked. Y'all know where her reality is? Y'all know where her dimension is? Planet Hell. And you know the crazy part about this? He really did join her. I know that sounds insane, but he really did join her. But here's the thing. It ain't what he thought it was. It wasn't what he thought it was. And I know y'all are saying, well, but bro, this is a lot to comprehend. It's the reality of what we're dealing with on a spiritual vantage point. He went and was introduced to the belly of the beast, and it was a demon dragging him. And it was a demon there that welcomed him to hell. He got to meet exactly what's operating behind the computer. Because all these things are demons.
Oh.
Everybody was home. My 2 younger children were home. It was one of the worst. It is the worst day of my life.
Of course it is.
And unfortunately, his 5-year-old brother saw him.
Because you're downstairs and you hear.
And now the 5-year-old brother saw it. So you know what that is? Another demon. That demon set it up that way. Now the 5-year-old brother just seeing his brother control, alt, and delete himself. And now there's a demon of grief. Now there's trauma, where another spirit can operate the young man's life, but it planted another seed. It germinated. That's how evil spirits work. Yo. Look, the Bible tells us in 1 John 4:1, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going into the world. Look, it's not even just talking about false prophets in this. It's also talking about spirits, trying the spirits to see what they are really about.
You hear upstairs.
Correct. Across the way, when the gunshot went off, I ran to the bathroom. My husband and I, all I could see was him, and I held him as my husband tried to get help.
So she did have a man there. Wow. That caught me off guard. So this was a powerful entity. There was masculine energy in the house. Some things you just can't stop, I guess.